Hey there, cats and kittens. My name is Alonda Carter, and I am the recovering Hunbot. I create anti-MLM videos, and I'm also dipping my toes into true crime. So if any of those things sounds good to you, then you might want to consider subscribing. And while I'm thinking about it, isn't multi-level marketing criminal? Now, this was going to be a bonus video because usually on this day of the week, which is Saturday, is when I do my interviews for my podcast that also goes out as a video on YouTube. But the person canceled, so I'm just kind of rolling with it, and we're just going to do something else instead. So what I did was find 5, I guess, lesser known or not known or unknown. Basically, I kind of doubt you've ever heard of these companies, or if you have, you may have absolutely no idea that they're multi-level marketing. So I'm going to share that with you. It's not a deep dive into them. That would take like forever. It's more kind of a broad overview, kind of, hitting those high notes, or is it the low notes? Because it's MLM, I can't imagine anything. Anyway, let's just get on with it, shall we? The thing is, as many companies that you may just recognize by name, like, that's an MLM, there are just hundreds of them out there that people really don't know about. And as far as I'm concerned, they kind of like fly under the radar. And that's why I think it's important to talk about these guys every now and again, because people need to be aware that it's not just the big dogs. There's plenty of little MLM puppies out there playing too. I mean, it's one thing about It Works, LuLaRoe, Amway, Avon. I mean, the list goes on. But something like Powur, did you know that was an MLM? Had you even heard of it? And see, that's kind of my point. You get it? And here's the thing. MLMs literally will take any product, any service. I mean, I've done one that was on funerals. I've done one that was on sanitary napkins. I mean, literally any product or service out there, there's going to be an MLM. You just may not know what it's called. And the thing is that, in my opinion, multi-level marketing kind of takes reality and twists and distorts it, because they take this idea, this dream that people have about having, time freedom, financial freedom, and they really hone in on that. And even though what they're putting out there, that their thing is supposed to answer this calling, provide the answer to this dream you have, it really ends up destroying people emotionally, financially, just, in every which way. I think something that really gets me is that there are so many people running around out there who have been mentally damaged, psychologically damaged by multi-level marketing companies, and they don't know that they've been damaged themselves. And they blame themselves for their own failure, because that's part of what multi-level marketing does. It gets into your head that if you don't have success, well, then it's just all on you, boo. There's a lot of people who have been connected to multi-level marketing, or they watch someone, or for whatever reason, they're, against multi-level marketing, but they end up attacking the current people, the current reps. Now, I was chatting the other day with someone who actually is an assistant for someone who does videos about Scientology. And I was mentioning how I noticed there is this segment of people who really seems to be, I call it hunting, and then they're doing Hun shaming. And, I just see it as so further damaging to the person who's doing it, and then the person that they're talking about. And it was interesting because she told me, you would not believe things that, former Jehovah Witnesses will do. They'll go into kingdom halls and just start shouting, and, basically don't even get me started with, former Scientologists, what they do. As a matter of fact, she thought that when she started doing this work, she was going to be, attacked from people who are like still within these religious cults. Au contraire, it was the opposite. It was people who had left that would then attack her. And I just equate all of that where people themselves are not whole again, because whether it is multi-level marketing, which I do consider a cult, or it's a religious cult or a political cult, I mean, just put any topic out there, everybody goes through the same sort of thing, because there's thought reform. And thought reform just works on you to twist you up in so many ways that you can't just even find out who you were. So it's like the damaged person is acting out and like they're seeking revenge on the people who are doing the behavior that they did. And I think for me, especially right now with what's going on in the world, it's so very hard for me to look at what the Huns are doing because I really see myself in all of that. I see myself like if I still believed, I would probably have been doing these same things. And it hurts me to see what they're doing. And it also hurts me to think of what I would have been doing. So, in a lot of ways, I kind of don't look at that just to protect my own psyche. Does that make sense? So today, there was a video that was out by John Attack. His channel is John Attack Friends and Family, and there'll be a link to this video in the description. And he collaborated with Chris Shelton. And, I talk about Chris a lot. They're both former Scientologists. And they talked about this very thing, this idea of revenge. So if you're interested in that, check out the video because it just really resonated with me. I was like, wow, that's exactly what I see going on in multi-level marketing. And I'm hoping to have John on sometime and also Chris on sometime because I think they can really add a lot of depth to this conversation. Our first stop is Sipology by Steeped Tea. Sipology by Steeped Tea is available in the US and Canada. The focus is loose leaf tea and related accessories. That's right, my friends, you heard me correctly. This is a tea multi-level marketing company. This company uses the party plan so you too can have your very own tea party. Alrighty, you just gotta love the idea of a business in a box, I mean, the thing that I find the most disturbing about this particular multi-level marketing company is that they got off the ground because of the TV show Dragon's Den. Now, if you don't know, Dragon's Den is a British TV show, very much like Shark Tank. The Dragon's Den segment is featured on their website, so don't you think they are going to, feel like this is legitimizing their opportunity? And anyone stumbling across this is going to feel like, oh, yeah, this is a great opportunity after all, Dragon's Den. I did find an example of the host rewards because, whenever there's a party, the party plan always offers free crap if you're willing to get your friends and family to attend. But look at this. You only get one item at half price if your party has sales of a minimum of $250. What the what? I mean, I think that's a lot for some loose leaf tea and quote accessories. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I drink some tea, but I don't get all the fancy things. What do you think about that? Now, most all of these MLMs I'm talking to you about today, you couldn't find diddly on Reddit, but I did find this on Reddit about steeped tea. So, I'm just going to share with you what I found. Apparently, there is a tea MLM called My Steeped Tea Party. This one came on a brandless ad to try and sell her lead-free tea. Anyone know if the matcha is certified radiation and lead-free? It's sure, but for that price and quantity, it's culinary grade, not organic ceremonial grade. It'll smell like grass, but army green, and will taste very bitter. I have 15 flavors if you're interested. Oh, asking this question to come and pitch your MLM tea? Okay, so yeah, there's that. Someone was just trying to get people into, the clutches of their MLM. But hopefully they were deflected and, just crawled away. Number 2 of these weird, less known MLMs is SendOutCards. This is a greeting card subscription service. They rely on relationship marketing. This is something that is on their website. Relationship marketing is about forming long-term relationships with customers rather than trying to encourage a one-time sale. The best way to acquire new customers is through referrals. To show appreciation, our system will never let you forget about your customers' birthdays or anniversaries again. Schedule your cards to arrive just in time for any special occasion. Now, on the surface, this kind of sounds like something nice. And, I believe that people should develop relationships with their managers. I believe that people should develop, relationships with customers, and you do want repeat business, but, do you really need to get involved in an MLM for this? Do you really? There are 4 levels of this subscription service. The more you pay, the more you get. That's just like with any MLM, really. Their shtick is all about having a way to remember, key dates about your clients. And like I said, that really kind of sounds good. In today's world, there's not a lot of people who are sending out cards. And, getting a card is nice. However, I'm really, really not sure how viable this is. So much of what we send out these days is just electronic and everything. The thing is that you need to have a client base, a decent sized client base. So I'm just really confused about why a business would want to use this. It just confuses me. Now, there's, of course, more details about all of this. So, you are welcome to Google them and check them out. When I was researching this, I realized that someone had tried to pitch me back when I was a Beachbody Hun. I kind of was trying to do social media stuff to help people, be a social media coach or something, sort of, kind of hanging on to the Beachbody thing. But I remember that I did get a card, and it was a card that had my picture on it from a Facebook friend. And, honestly, I thought it was really cute, but I had no use for it. To me, it really seems like it's an MLM for people that are already in an MLM. If you're a Beachbody coach and you're just trying to, get that connection with people, then you join another MLM so you can send people cards so that they can join your first MLM, maybe yours. I don't know. It's confusing to me. It really is. But I want to know what your thoughts are. And then I found this. Okay, it's this thing with saying that they have, referral programs and, using affiliate. That whole use of affiliate just grinds my gears. But you too can become an affiliate. That annual price of $59, by the way, is being waived through April 13th. So yeah, you can totally join SendOutCards. Please don't do that. According to their website, they say that people feel appreciated and impressed. They will ask you, how did you do it? This is the most natural word of mouth program in the world. Because of this, SendOutCards offers an opportunity for you to become an affiliate. Becoming an affiliate will help you change lives, make money, and make the world a better place. Oh, good night. I think I really just vomited a little in my mouth. Is this not just typical MLM lingo? Please, for an annual, fully refundable fee, SendOutCards will provide the tools you need to get started, grow your business, and make it a success. But is it? I did find an income disclosure. This is from 2017. And, I just look at this. Oh, good night. So if you look at the second line where it's 61.32% of the affiliates, average time in the business, 57 months. Okay. That is more than 4 years. And their average income for a month is $10. So let me get this straight. That would be $120 for the year. And the majority of people are at that level. Let that sink in. Good gravy. If you want to read the rest of it, knock your socks off. But I just can't handle it. But I will point this out. The very last line, your success will depend on how well you exercise these qualities and train those in your downline to do the same. You see right there, it's all about getting more people to do this. You're going to make more money from your downline. Now, I didn't go into their compensation plan and dig all of that up. I mean, we kind of all know how those work. So if you're, watching anti-MLM stuff, you got a clue, right? I mean, you can go look it up. You're smart. You can go look it up. Alrighty, Dottie. Our third odd, strange, unknown MLM is Powur. And look how they're spelling it with a U. I mean, that just really cracks me up, okay? And guess what they sell? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Solar panels. Now, what I'm going to do is just kind of run through their presentation. So sit back and enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I just did not have the wherewithal to actually try to, tell you about each of that. So you can pause it, you can watch it, do what you want with that information. But above all, you don't need to join Powur. Alrighty, our fourth one is Genusity. Oh gosh, I don't even know how to pronounce this crazy thing. Okay, I found this because I was looking at another company, and I'm not going to say it right because I'm just not. Acervia, something like that, but that one was shut down. And so when I was looking at it, I discovered that, somebody who used to be with whatever company, however you say that one, but they were with that, and I guess that company shut down, and so they jumped onto this one. So then they started pitching to all the other former Huns that were with S or whatever the heck it's called. I'll flash it on the screen. Anyway, let me just say, when you hear of an MLM that's closing up, in a country, or overall just kind of closing up, just know that is the nature of the beast. It doesn't mean like, oh, well, we're having this huge impact, blah, blah, blah. Somehow, the anti-MLM community is like having this impact and making them shut down. No, really not yet. I mean, maybe one day. Maybe we are having some kind of like little wave somewhere. But overall, I don't think so, because these things, it's just like I said, it's the nature of the beast. They come and go. They come and go. They open up, they close down. They open up, they close down. They move here, they get out of there. I mean, that's just what happens. It's not unusual. So anyway, let's get into a little bit about Genusity. All right, this is all stuff from their website. So it's about us. Genusity was founded on the principles of helping people get the best products at the lowest prices possible. We use independent associates to help spread the word about Genusity and create a more one-on-one experience with our customers. Notice how they're not your customers. This allows us to save millions on advertising, and we pass the savings on to you. But do you? And yeah, you save a lot on advertising because Huns are running all over the place, Hello, that's what's going on. Huns are running all over the place, getting people caught up in this. Our customer support is second to none. We are here to help you whenever you need it. If you ever have an issue with any product or order, just let us know, and we do whatever we can to correct it and make you happy. Now notice how they keep using the word customer. That's because when you join this MLM, like any other MLM, you, my friend, are the customer. You're the customer. The Huns are the customer. Let that sink in. And they are involved in 4 hot industries all in one place. Oh, just choose one. Yeah. And to me, I see this and I just think, gee, are you ADD? Can you not focus and just like hone in on one industry? I mean, you know what I mean with that? It's like can you do all four well? I mean, it's hard enough just to, be good at the beauty industry. How can you do all of these things really well? That just makes me go, huh, yeah, right. Now, I couldn't find an income disclosure statement. I mean, shocker, because most companies don't publish them. But looky here, this really gets to me. Okay, based on industry standards and company projections, the average annual gross income for independent representatives is projected to be anywhere between $300 to $2,500 a year. I mean, really? Would you want to jump on this? Like, that's what they're saying you can earn. So, how much are you going to put into all of this to rope people in? And you can earn as much as $2,500? Wow. Okay, I'm going to put a link to something because I thought it was interesting and kind of disturbing. They have this income calculator. And honestly, I think it's there to make you think, like, oh, look, I can make me some bank. And I'm not going to pull it up. I was going to, but I will put a link to it in the description, and you can go play with it if you like. And rounding out these 5 weird, unknown, unheard of multi-level marketing companies is Fivelinx. Okay, I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. I mean, these names just befuddle me. So Fivelinx claims to be, health and wellness, a health and wellness company. But what they really offer is kind of more like services. And, again, I didn't go into a deep rabbit hole in all of this. I was just wanted to give you kind of an overview. Don't join Fivelinx. If somebody's coming at you with Fivelinx, run, run. Do not pass go, just run. Now, I did want to share with you their products, services, whatever the heck they're trying to shill, And some of these things, when I just look at the picture, it looks like, okay, I think I know what this is. But a lot of them, I'm like, I'm not so sure. I'd have to go and look at that more, which honestly, I didn't want to really have, I didn't want to lose brain cells, that's where it comes down to. I didn't want to lose brain cells looking too deeply into it. And then here are some other things that they also offer, but it's a lot of stuff. And I go back to, how is it that you offer all of these things? Because I really just kind of go, are you that good at all of them? I mean, and the answer is going to be, I doubt it. I mean, I'm not going to say conclusively that they're crappy at everything. I'm just going to guess they're probably crappy because, after all, it is MLM. So there you have it. But I did want to share with you, of course, there is a car program. Hey, get a monthly lease payment towards a new or existing vehicle. And there's also these annual vacations. And you just earn a spot. It's not actually paid for, it's just so that you can go there and get further indoctrinated. That's really the purpose. And these are all the things that you get if you join. I mean, honestly, it's just pretty common. It's not like, wow, this is anything that is, new. It's just really typical for any multi-level marketing company. Now, on their website, they did include an income disclosure statement from 2015. But what year is it? 2020. Nothing like keeping current. So, again, you look at an income disclosure statement, and where are most of the people making the least amount of money? So 37.63% of the representatives made between $15 to not even $4,000, for the year. Wow. And the most of the people are there. Okay, look at this. The top ones, only 10 people. Only 10 people. Let that sink in. Man, I keep saying that again and again. But it's the truth. I mean, honestly, it's very few people at the top are making money. It's like those are the people making the money because of all of the work most of the people at the bottom are doing. The 10 at the top are making their money off of the 5,756 at the very bottom. or the ones that are trainers. That's not even 3,000 people. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, they're not making it because they have customers. They're making it off the backs of other Huns. Now, I did want to zoom into this because I think it really kind of like underscores everything. I couldn't really see it, on the previous slide, so we're just going to talk about it here. In 2015, there were 15,296 representatives with earnings paid in the United States, representatives who were classified to each title cohort based on the position held most days in 2015. These values do not represent any earnings before or after 2015. These values do not include trip incentives because, hello, you have to pay for that yourself, car lease programs, or any other non-cash payments, because with a car lease you have got to be able to earn that, and you have to be able to hold rank to keep that, so that just doesn't count. These values do not include expenses incurred by representatives in the operations of their Fivelinx business. Okay, right there, because people are spending more money to run this quote opportunity than they're actually making. That's typically how it goes. The earnings above are not necessarily representative of the income an individual can or will earn through participation in Fivelinx and through the Fivelinx compensation plan. The values shown represent earnings paid in 2015 and should not be exaggerated as a guarantee or forecast of earnings. Individual efforts will determine individual earnings. That's always the case with every MLM. They just shove that at you. That basically, if you fail, it's on you. And I get so sick of saying that, but that's the truth. That's all it is that they expect you to run around all over the place and, somehow just have this success, but you're not going to, because you're going to be supporting those 10 people at the top. And the thing is, when we talk about multi-level marketing, you know, I always say that the Hun behavior, that's the symptom, not the root of the problem. The root of the problem is the overall structure of multi-level marketing. So the next time you might be thinking of like just kind of making fun of someone, remember there's a person on the other side of that, and think about how would you feel if somebody was speaking to you in that way. Would it have the impact that that you would like stop what you're doing, or would you dig your heels in more? I think that's really important to think about. If we want there to be change, I think it's very important for us to really look at the underbelly of all of this and dig into it and seek to understand our behavior, the behavior of others, why it's happening, how it's happening, and share that and talk about it very openly. And remember, change starts now.